Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm the goddess. Today's video is about um I used Thrill as the thumbnail because there was a blood moon last night. And if we aren't made aware of what the moon cycles mean, because in the Bible it tells us that there'll be signs and wonders around the world. It's up to us to um like make ourselves become knowledgeable of what these signs and wonders mean around the world. So I spoke about the Euphrates River in the past. That's like a sign to show you where we are in reference to the Bible. Okay, so I use Thriller as the thumbnail because by the day I'm seeing more and more people um, are being consumed by demonic entities, right? And they can only have access to you if you vibrate on a low frequency. Just like the movie Time is on Your Side by Denzel Washington. He was like a private investigator, and then he, started investigating this serial killer. But the serial killer was pulling from dark energy in order to fulfill the mission that he was put on this earth to do, right? So I'm going to kind of like scratch the surface on how karmics pull from dark energy while the divine beings pull from light energy. Um, in the video Thriller, Michael Jackson shapeshifted into like this werewolf entity, right? But he was preying on the innocence of the woman who was with him. So our cosmic power are causing storms or ripple effects in this reality, just like the movie about Doctor Strange. It was showing us that there are alternate realities that we live in, um, that all exist at the same time. And the moment you become conscious, the moment you awaken to certain things, other things start to shift in the physical reality. It's like a glitch in the matrix. Once you find out one thing, like glitches start happening, and so that allows like for secrets to be revealed, whether if it's about your past life or whether if it's about other people. Everything is starting to reveal itself. That's just part of what's going on right now. It's a shift happening. So I also want to talk about how to tell if somebody is possessed. You can study their body language. If they seem like they don't have control of their limbs, or if they're like jittery or shaking or like trying to adjust, like uncomfortable, the light makes demons uncomfortable. Also, if they feed their flesh with certain things that are like red flags, you know, which is why they call liquor spirits. Um, and just like with deities like Ifa religion, you have statues or images of particular deities, and then you feed them things to help them strengthen in this physical world. So a lot of people are doing that, whether if they are knowledgeable about it or not. They are tapping into things that they may or may not have control over. But at the end of the day, God gives us the option to choose and to decide, make our own decisions um, as to what type of life we want to live, right? So, Spirit, what's going on with these demons? They're trying to gain strength, right, to operate in this life to complete missions that they were put here to do. What else, Spirit? They're causing chaos, right? Fights, arguments, being very confrontational, aggressive. Look how aggressive she is. Okay, they're using sex as a form of a way to stay connected with light beings. Um, this is what we're going through right now. The light beings are at the top, the karmics are at the bottom. They desire to stay on top and be on top, but it's a shift changing. So the ones who are receiving downloads, receiving gifts, these are our ancestors telling us. And she kind of like is like Lady Justice, like the scales, but she has gifts instead of the scales in her hand. Sirens. So they're upset about the people who about the chosen ones. They want to continue to rule the world with darkness. Hello, my love. How's your day going? We have the chariot. Maybe that's why the siren is like Five of Swords, chaos, fighting. Um, they're being defeated. Like they're walking away. I feel like this is the light being. These are karmics, and they are being defeated. And the devil will use anyone to get to you, to distract you from your journey, your mission, your purpose. Right now we have the Ace of Cups, but the reward is so much greater once you complete your mission. It's like your reward is heaven on earth. Six of Cups. Whether you desire a family, whether you desire um, to be loved, whether if you desire a home, it all begins with a thought. Whatever you feel like earth is, I'm sorry, whatever you feel like heaven is, that's what your ancestors are bringing you on earth because you're completing your missions. And I was just having a conversation about every time I complete a mission, I feel like I get a badge on my vest, like a Girl Scout or something. And the ball is in the angel's court, meaning just like how we learn about certain deities and certain past life cycles and what we were doing in the past in order to correct the now and in the future. These beings, um, gods, goddesses, deities, they never died. They've always remained alive. They're eternal. So just like how their name ring bells on earth when we learn about these particular different parts of our history, our name ring bells in the heavens every time we complete a mission. Nine of Pentacles. This is a part of heaven on earth. This is like the Garden of Eden. Whoa. The Star card. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Are you seeing your fruit that the seeds that you planted, you're seeing them bear fruit, your trees bear fruit. This is like in the beginning, gardening and watering your plants and finding righteous soil to plant your seed and all of that. It's like it's just giving, with the world card, is giving future and past, or present and past. We have a victory, 6 of Wands, and then the bottom of the deck is 5 of Wands. I mean 5 of Pentacles. I'm sorry. So the 5 of Pentacles are the low vibrating frequency people. These are the karmics. They are not having access to. Look at this. They're outside of a church. They're not getting access to heaven. This is when you win the victory. Name ringing bells in heaven, like the wreath, the noble steed, the white horse is like a form of a sign of purity. We have the 9 of Wands. It's like you're being rewarded for your hard work that you've done and that you are continuing to do. We had a King of Swords. It just seemed like this is a godly like image. I feel like this is heaven right here. The sword is communication being spoken about. Look at the birds. Like I heard a little birdie told me, like I just feel like this is the divine most high. Communication is coming to the divine most high through the messengers about what's being done on earth. About the transitions that's been happening. The butterflies represent transition. But you could tell God is not happy with these karmics. Wait, did this just file? Spirit, if it's meant for this card to come out again, let it reveal itself again. We have the 2 of Swords with the 3 of Swords. So because they couldn't find the ambition to make the right decision, they decided to live life with a blindfold on. It's like, you know how when you know better, you do better? But you have some people who they feel like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to learn about that, because once you learn about something, you're now held accountable for your mistakes, your sins, for whatever it is that you do. They feel like if I become oblivious to it and I act like I don't know what it is, then I can't be judged for my sins. But that's not true. They're gonna end up in the 3 of Swords. And when the heart is punctured with these swords of justice or swords of truth, because these are the same swords that when the truth is punctured through your heart and this black ooze is leaking out, that's like the part of you that was contaminated. And rain is like, and after the rain, the sun comes out. A lot of people don't want to transition. We have a good and evil side to us, which is the yin and yang. A good and evil side, a yin and yang, and we have to always have balance in order to operate righteously. But some people like, nah, I don't want to be held accountable for justice or for judgment of what I'm doing. I want to just do what I'm doing. But that's gonna put them in the 8 of Swords. And the well is gonna run dry eventually. You can lead the horse to the well, but you can't make him drink. 9 of Swords, they're gonna start having nightmares about what's gonna happen to them when it comes time for that judgment, because they running out of time. Meanwhile, the divine masculines and feminines who have been on their journey of righteousness, they're gonna get heaven on earth. They're gonna get the family that they desired. They're gonna get everything that they wanted, like a happy ending. Final message, spirit. Seven of Pentacles. You planted the right seeds, and that calls for a celebration. We have the Lovers card and the Ace of Wands. So it is this is the same sword. God is going to move mountains for you for speaking righteousness on earth and give you the lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. And the ancestors are proud that you have listened. Look at the moon. It's like a parent being proud of their child every time the child passes another level of life. Because they were rooting for you from heaven. Ten of Pentacles. Here we got an ancestor again. Ten of Pentacles is not only are you going to get the family that you desire, but you're also going to be financially abundant because you listen. That's your reward. Final message, spirit. The Sun card. New beginnings, enlightenment. The flag has been waved. Child innocence, because of your innocence, that's what led you to victory. And the willingness to want to learn. And then the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. She got sunflowers. And then she has sunflowers. It's like a transition from, it's a spiritual transition. You might have been operating as an adolescent, but now you have advanced to have a seat on the throne. A lot of people have leveled up to a high priestess by putting in that work. And that's the final message. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.